Hi guys, hope you guys doing amazing today. Just want to show you my view. Gorgeous view from gorgeous place, Casa del Mar in Santa Monica. And today I want to talk to you guys about today's topic is starting over. And I'm here with Mark, and Mark is gonna join the call. Join the live stream, not the call. And we're gonna talk about how to start over. Starting over in life, starting over in business, starting over in general. And hi guys, whoever is tuning in, nice to see you guys. Actually, my mom is tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Hi. Zdravím. Okay.
Hey.
Well, anyway, so let's talk about starting over, guys.
Yeah.
We wanna talk to you about how to start over in life, how to start over in business, and how to basically let go of the fear of starting over, because it's always starting over. Any change in life is always connected with fear, and people have fears, and it's totally normal to have these fears. So how can you actually overcome these fears and really make the shift? That's today's topic.
Yeah, and it's it always, that's a really great point. It always goes back to fear. We always have these times in life, right, where a shift needs to be made. We feel a shift is appropriate, and there's a new path that we want to go down. But it's hard to actually go down that path because we've had so many experiences leading up to it. We've done so many things leading up to it, right? I know I experienced it. I used to be an attorney before I became an entrepreneur, but I knew that it was time to move away from being an attorney. But I had that moment myself where I had to sit there and say, wait a second, I've put so much time and energy and effort into this. Do I really want to just let go of that and start something completely new, brand new? It's scary. And it makes a lot of people not take action. They hesitate, and they decide to give up on that dream or that vision they have because of just the simple fact they have to start from scratch. So it's a big challenge to get over.
We have tiramisu here. He almost hit the tiramisu. Nobody wants to eat tiramisu. You guys can eat the tiramisu if you want. So it's always connected with fear, and it's normal, because think about it. Like, the ego wants security. Ego wants to feel safe. Ego wants stable life, right? And that is your lower self. It's not even your higher self. It's not even your true self. It's something that appears as true self, but it's not. And it's totally normal that you are scared, because it's not really who you are. It's not who you scared. How do I say it? It's not really you who is scared. Oh my God. It's really your lower self. It's your ego who is scared. So that's the point what I'm trying to make. So you are not really scared. And that's why, in order to shift the fear, you have to sort of raise the vibration. You have to go to the place of your true self, which is your higher self. That's who you really are. And start operating from that place. Otherwise, you will just freeze, and you will be just scared to move forward, especially when the change is happening. And because of that, there are so many people who are afraid to go with the flow of life, people who are afraid to actually change whatever needs to be changed, because they think that the change will, actually they don't think, they feel it. Their ego is feeling it. Their ego is feeling that, okay, there is a danger because there is a change. But here's the deal. Change is normal. It's actually universal law. The law of change is governing your existence. It's gonna sound pessimistic, but we all gonna die one day. It's the reality. So your entire life is governed by the law of change. And if you resist, you're gonna cause yourself great amount of pain, because your soul wants to go somewhere where your ego doesn't want to go. And the more you resist, the more painful it's gonna be for you, because it's just not meant for you. So how many of you guys can resonate with this, what I'm sharing today? Type yes if you guys can resonate, if you guys understand what I'm talking about. And hi everybody.
And what do you think the biggest fear is that people experience when it comes to making that change?
What's the what?
What do you think the biggest fear is for people when they want to make that change but can't?
The biggest fear, I think, what do you guys think? What is the biggest fear for you? Tell us, what's your biggest fear? I kind of want to know what you guys think. I think the biggest fear is really, it's the fear of unknown. You know, like jumping into unknown, and that unknown, it's really stepping outside of the box. And again, what is it? It's like you're tapping into the field of all possibilities, and because your ego is not familiar with the field, it's freaking out. But really what's going on is just the ego, your lower self is freaking out, because your higher self is completely comfortable with the field of all possibilities, right? So that is how I see it.
And I'll share a little bit more, about that. When it comes to fear of the unknown, we all know about that fear and whatnot. But how it works, though, people don't really talk about how it actually works. So, like, our brains, right? We have all these different frameworks and experiences, and things we've gone through, and all that it categorizes into black and white buckets. Yes, no. There's no maybe bucket. This is that. And we have all these categorized experiences in our minds, right? And every new thing that we do, our brains are trying to actually associate that with something else that we've done in the past, trying to understand it in some kind of context, right? Well, if it's unknown, then there's no box for the brain to put that experience into. So it's trying to find one that's appropriate, but it can't actually do it, can't actually put it anywhere. And our physical experience becomes anxiety and fear and inaction and all the things that make us uncomfortable. And that's what leads us to us telling these stories in our mind about what might happen if we try something, what might happen if we do X, Y, or Z, and go down the path that we think we should go on, and we make up all this stuff that's actually complete crap because our brain is actually just confused about what's actually going on. And if you understand that and you can catch yourself in those moments where you're telling yourself those stories, it's really easy to break through those and take action just despite them, because they're complete garbage. Even if you can rationalize them, that your own rationalizations are complete garbage too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Very good point what you said. You have to be careful because your mind can make up stories, right? And if you're not careful, you can simply start telling yourself stories that are really not true. So you are living and operating from this false identity that your mind, or not even your mind, I would say your ego created, right? Because the purpose of the ego is to keep you safe. No matter what it takes, just to keep you safe. Obviously, stepping into unknown, starting new business, or maybe new relationship, or moving to different country, that is challenging for your ego because it's uncomfortable, and again, like you're stepping into unknown places, unknown territory, and you don't know how to navigate it, and it's obviously opposite of security. And so ego will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. So don't be really upset when that's going on, but be aware that you need to actually work with your ego. And I think that is also your lower self, the mind, part of your brain that is trying to keep you safe. So you have to just work with that. Don't really be upset. Okay, I feel like don't think you are weak just because you feel this way. You're not weak. You are normal. You are human, and you have the ability to decide, because you have free will, how you're going to navigate the situation, what you're going to do with the situation. And you can become aware of what is going on, and by becoming aware of what's going on, you can consciously change that. When I say change that, you change the way you look at the situation. And remind yourself that it's okay to feel this way because I'm growing. Right? Like change is painful, but that means that I'm growing.
Yep, always. Always.
So embrace change, embrace that feeling of being afraid of what's coming.
I think a lot of people are also afraid of, or at least they think they're afraid of failure.
Yeah.
You know, they think they're afraid of failure. And the reason I say think is because, you know, fear of failure actually doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. It's one of those stories that we're talking about, right? So think about it. You failed all through your life, and you still fail every single day at something. It could be trying to walk up a stair and you trip, or it could be trying to build a business and bombing. It doesn't matter what it is. You fail at something every day, and you always have. So you can't be scared of failure because you're always failing constantly at something all the time. So what are you really afraid of when it comes to the fear of failure? You're afraid of something deeper. You're afraid of what the failure means. You know, what comes from the failure when you actually fail, right? What happens? Maybe your family judges you. Maybe you, feel bad about yourself because you tried something and it didn't work out. Maybe you think that you can't do it and you're afraid of the validation that that's true.
Maybe you just have a wrong belief. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have a wrong belief that you think that failing is negative. But what if you change the belief into failing is okay, nothing wrong with failing, and actually failure is positive? What if you change that meaning, right? Because like you said, like you associate the failure with certain meaning, and the meaning is negative. But what if the meaning is positive? If the meaning is positive, then you're not gonna be afraid to fail, and you're gonna be okay even if you fail, because you know, okay, I'm just gonna change these things, and then I'm gonna try again, and then I'm gonna probably be good. Yeah. So there's no reason to be afraid.
And if you know at the same time that the failure is really just a mask for something else, then you can start to address that thing instead. You know, you can say, okay, well, I'm afraid that my parents are going to judge me if I try this new thing and it doesn't work. Well, that's a story that you're telling yourself, and you can get rid of it completely if you just go talk to the parents and say, hey, if I try this thing and let's just say it goes completely sour, what are you going to think? You know, how are you going to feel about that? Like, are you still going to look at me the same way? I mean, are you going to look at me differently? What's going to happen? And very well, they may say, no, go for it, try it, do it. If it doesn't work, then, you know, we still look at you the same way we always have, and we still love you. And boom, that block is gone, and you're no longer afraid of the failure if that was the root. But go deeper and find that root, and then know exactly what you need to solve. And you can make leaps and bounds and take action so much faster. You know? And
sometimes we are afraid of what other people think, because it's not really what other people think, it's really what we think about ourselves. It's really what we think that other people think about ourselves. Because think about it, why are you afraid of what other people think about you if you fail? Why are you afraid? Why do you worry about what other people think about you? Think about that.
Yeah.
And then when you really, really go deep and you break it down, you're gonna realize that you are afraid because not what other people, they just reflect what you think. So you're afraid of your own thoughts, your own self-judgment. That is your fear right there. So really, it comes down to self-acceptance and self-love, and accept yourself the way you are. You are not perfect. You're never going to be perfect. That's just the way it is, and it's okay. You're amazing the way you are, even though you are imperfect. And change is good, you know. And I think there are so many people who are, just for whatever reason, they think, oh, you have this status quo, you know, and life should be in this way. But what if life should evolve every day? What if we are meant to change every minute? What if we are becoming every minute we are becoming somebody else? What if that's essence of life? You know, when you think about it this way, you stop resisting the flow and you let your higher self to guide you and to show you the way, and you stop resisting. And then I believe that is the moment when you actually step into the field of all possibilities, and that is the moment when the magic really happens. Because when the magic happens, you don't do the magic. The magic is doing you.
Yes. Yeah.
The magic is doing you. You just ride the wave.
Yeah, I think it starts with the moment. I think it really starts with the moment when you stop having definitions of who you are now.
Totally. Oh my God.
Like
Destroy the box.
Yeah, destroy the box.
There's no box.
Yeah, there's no box that you're in. You're not defined as anything. The only thing you're defined as is the person that you're becoming every single day, because you are evolving every single day. All your experiences are adding up on top of each other every day. And when you understand that you're constantly evolving and expanding into something new, well, then you're not really afraid of change, right? Because that's the status quo.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Just accept yourself as who you are, and who you are is infinite being, having temporary human form, and it's up to you who you want to be, what you want to do. It's really up to you. You define your life, you define your work, your business. That's it. And so when you decide that from now on I'm not gonna define anything, it's almost like nothing is certain, everything is possible.
Right.
So you are everything, you know. I know this is a little crazy maybe for you guys, like what are these two talking about? We like to go deep. We really love to go deep, and then we do have these weekly meetings, and then we like to go deep, and we like to really talk about the energy, quantum field, and all of that, because those things are really things that are the foundation of our existence. So I hope it makes sense what we are sharing today. And if you are in transition, it's okay. Me and Mark, we are also in transition, you know. I recently started my new business, new company, and then I'm launching my book, Love is the Law, soon, in like 2 months. It's coming, I think the launch date will be July 27th, I just decided. And yeah, and Mark is working on his project, and then we will have exciting things coming up. We're gonna probably do our first retreat in August for people who obviously understand this, what I'm sharing here today with you guys.
Or even want to understand it more.
Or maybe you want to understand it more. Because one thing I learned is that when I listen to my higher self and the voice within, that's when I get the answers, honestly, literally. That is when I am aligned, and that is when things are flowing. But every time I'm going against the flow of life and I don't listen to the higher self or the voice within, literally that's when I suffer. And it's so funny because I am very stubborn, you know, and I would suffer for years just because I was so stubborn, and I would not want to listen to the voice, you know. So the voice would be like, you know, I would have panic attacks because obviously at some point universe needs to show you, all right, it's time to listen, honey, and just go with the flow, right? Ezekiel, yeah, of course you can say something. He wants to be in a live video. I don't know how to do that thing. Can I say something? Absolutely. I don't know how to add you to the live video. I've never done it. Ezekiel, maybe just type something.
Yeah.
He wants to say something, but I don't know how to do the live.
I don't think you can share video.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can. Not sure. Yeah, just type it in the chat box.
Yeah.
So good. I have it's 3:29.
Oh, there's a request to be in the live video.
Can you? Are you want to do that? I don't know how to.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't know. Okay, well, just type in the box. What is your question, Ezekiel? Hi guys, by the way, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I truly believe that when the struggle hits you, that you just have to stay positive. Absolutely. Oh my God. When the struggle hits you, you have basically two options. Either you're going to let that negative energy influence you, and you are literally giving away your power, or you're gonna stay in your power and you're gonna decide that no, I'm staying in control. I'm not gonna let other people or circumstances or the struggle influence my energy field. Like I'm the one, I'm the creator, I'm like staying in my power, and from there you start literally attracting and changing your reality. So like you said, like especially when the struggle hits you, stay in your power no matter what. Be positive, because you're the one who decides how your life will look like. You have that power. You are that powerful. That's just a matter of fact.
Yeah, and deciding is so key. Deciding is so key.
He goes like, I limit my association with negative people. Totally.
Oh,
my
totally.
God.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Totally.
always limit that. It will drag you down 100% every single time. That energy is not healthy in any circumstance. But you can decide how you react to things, which is really powerful when you really understand that. Like something can happen, or you can be in a situation, and you can actually make a decision of how am I going to react to this?
React or respond?
Or respond. Yeah. How am I going to respond to this?
Yeah.
How am I going to flow with this?
Yeah.
What's going to be my response?
Yeah. Is it gonna be reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be reaction to what happened to you? Like when you literally coming from the same energy, the energy is toxic, and you're coming back with the toxic energy? Or you're gonna respond, and responding is taking your power back and consciously creating, obviously, the new reality, which, by the way, is challenging. I totally understand, but that's the only way how you can shift, and the only way how you actually stay in your power and change that reality.
Yeah. And if you're in tune with the energies around you and the circumstances you're in and how those affect you, day to day, well, then you can be intentional with how you respond all the time. And you can do it even without thinking about it. And once you're doing that, well, now you're in full control over really everything in your life, no matter what happens. Everything can start, crumbling around you, and you'll still be able to be in your state of power and actually still create the things that you want to create and do the things you want to do. And that's incredibly powerful.
That's a good one. And I think that also another thing to add to this is that, when you are in a challenging situation, what's really going on is that challenges are positive. First of all, I want to say that, because challenges are shaping you. If you want to become diamond, you have to stay under pressure. Right? You want to be a diamond or a regular stone? Your choice. Now, if you have challenge, one of my mentors told me in the past, it's okay to have challenges. Just embrace them, appreciate them, because those challenges are shaping you. You want to become a diamond, you gotta accept challenges. It's okay. And so if you are under pressure and you have challenges, embrace them, accept it. These challenges are literally shaping you. You are becoming better human beings, stronger, and you are discovering how powerful you are. Like Mark said, you can decide whether I'm going to respond or I'm going to react. And when you are responding, you're learning how to use your powers, right? And you are becoming the alchemist, if you will, who is literally playing with the energy field, universe, right? And that's how you're discovering, oh my God, that's actually self-realization process in place, right?
Yeah. Challenge is just opportunities for growth. That's it.
I love it, guys. Really nice meeting you. I gotta head to my event. Absolutely, Ezekiel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy your event. Yeah, guys. I think actually we gotta go too, cause my appointment.
Yeah, the appointment. We always lose time. And spend a lot of time doing these things.
I know, like we absolutely. I don't know, for whatever reason, when you hang out with people who are on, I would say, the same frequency, what's happening is that 2 minds will create 11 minds. Not even 2 minds, but 2 minds will create 11 minds. There's the mastermind element going on. We have so many downloads all the time, and we always lose the track of time. Always. It's like 3 hours feels like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So that's that. And we really just want to share with you this energy today, because sharing is loving, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And like, this is how growth happens for everybody. It's not about us. It's not about just you guys. It's about all of us. So by us sharing this with you, you'll have your own breakthroughs. Hopefully, that's what we want for you, and we're getting value just by talking through this stuff with you as well. So it's a collective effort that builds everybody up.
Yep. So that's that for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are amazing. Remember that. You are very powerful. Remember that. And I believe in you. And if you don't believe in you, just borrow my belief, because I do believe in you guys. So see you later. Have a great day. Bye.
See you, everybody. Be great.